What if everything you desire is already trying to find you, but you're the one standing in the way? What if life isn't testing you through chaos, but through your own resistance? In a world obsessed with control, hustle, and results, we forget something ancient and sacred. The universe doesn't respond to pressure, it responds to presence. In this video, we're going to unravel 12 transformative Buddhist principles that don't ask you to chase your life, but to let it arrive. This isn't about giving up. It's about giving into flow, to peace, to the truth that the more you surrender, the more you receive. And if you stay until the end, there's a bonus teaching that could permanently shift the way you approach uncertainty. Let's begin. Principle 1. Let go like the sky releases the storm. We try to control our lives like the sky should control its weather. But the sky doesn't hold on to storms, it lets them come, then it lets them go. So should we. Buddhism teaches that attachment is the origin of suffering. The tighter we grip, the more we suffer. Letting go isn't weakness, it's the highest form of inner strength. It's an act of spiritual intelligence. Story. A monk once held a cup of water outstretched for hours. His hand began to tremble. The water didn't change. Its weight stayed the same, but the longer he held it, the heavier it felt, until he could no longer bear it. The lesson? Suffering doesn't come from the weight itself, it comes from how long you carry it. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means you finally care enough to release what was never meant to be held so tightly. Practice. Ask yourself, what storm am I clinging to? Is it an old story, a broken expectation, a version of life that no longer fits? Can I exhale and let it pass, like the sky lets go of the rain? Letting go creates space, and in that space, peace can finally enter. Principle 2. Observe the mind like a still lake. Most people don't live their lives. They live inside their thoughts. We wake up and instantly begin reacting to our to-do lists, to our phones, to our inner commentary. But Buddhism offers a profound reminder. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that sees them. Imagine a still lake on a full moon night. When undisturbed, it reflects the moon perfectly. But when rippled, the reflection distorts. Your mind is the same. The problem isn't the thoughts. It's how we chase them, fear them, believe them. Zen story. A student once asked a monk, "How do I calm my mind?" The monk replied, "You don't calm the mind. You stop trying to control it and watch it instead, like clouds passing through the sky." The student began sitting in silence. At first, the thoughts overwhelmed him, but gradually, something shifted. He stopped clinging. The thoughts came and went. What remained was clarity. What remained was him. Practice. Each day, take 5 minutes to sit, not to do anything, just to observe. Let thoughts come, let them go. Don't judge them, don't fight them, just watch. Like a still lake cradling the moon. Reminder, clarity isn't found by controlling the mind. It's found by stepping back from it. Every moment you observe without reacting, you reclaim your power. This is not detachment, it's awareness. And awareness is liberation. Principle 3. Align your energy like a compass finds north. In Buddhism, the outer world is a mirror. It doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your energy. We're taught to hustle, to make it happen. But often, it's not our effort that shapes our lives. It's our state of being. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Buddhist wisdom. Think of a compass. It doesn't search for north. it aligns with it. And when your inner world is calm, still, and authentic, your life does the same. You don't chase, you draw things in. Story. A man planted seeds every spring, yet nothing grew. He blamed the soil, the seasons, even the sky. A wise monk asked him, "But what's the condition of the ground inside you?" The monk explained, "You sow with your hands, but you harvest with your heart. What energy are you planting with?" That's the unseen truth. The energy behind your actions determines their outcome. You may speak abundance, but if you carry scarcity, that's what you amplify. You may wish for peace, but if you vibrate with fear, chaos finds you. Practice. Before speaking, posting, acting, pause. Ask, am I aligned with what I'm trying to create? If you want connection, are you feeling loneliness? If you want clarity, are you moving from trust to tension? Daily reminder. Alignment doesn't mean being perfect. It means being true. A compass doesn't force its direction. It finds it by staying still. So stop radiating desperation. Start embodying stillness. And watch how effortlessly the right people, opportunities, and peace begin to meet you, because now you're not broadcasting confusion. You're broadcasting truth. Principle 4. Trust the river, even when you can't see the ocean. Have you ever felt stuck in a season of waiting, uncertain, restless, questioning your path? Buddhism teaches us, not knowing is not a failure. It's the beginning of real faith. We often demand to see the whole path before we take a single step. But life doesn't unfold like a GPS. It flows like a river, and a river never panics. It doesn't need to see the ocean to keep moving forward. Faith is not the belief that everything will be okay. It's the willingness to move even when you're not sure. Buddhist insight. We think strength is in certainty, but the deepest strength lies in surrender. Story. There's a parable of a woman who planted bamboo. She watered it for years without seeing any signs of growth. Her neighbours mocked her. They said it was pointless, but she trusted the process. In the 5th year, the bamboo shot up over 80 feet in just a few weeks. Why? Because during those years, the roots were growing silently underground, building strength, preparing for the bloom. So many of us give up just before the miracle, because we mistake silence for nothingness. We mistake delay for denial. Reflection. Ask yourself, what am I forcing right now because I can't see results? What if the roots of your dream are growing right now beneath the surface? Practice. Instead of trying to predict every outcome, take the next step from calm. Do what's yours to do, then release the rest. Trust that the current knows the way. Let your mantra be, I trust the process, even when I can't see the ocean. The universe often hides its biggest blessings behind the fog of uncertainty. And when you keep moving, even in the dark, you build the kind of faith that transforms your entire life. Don't rush the river, don't curse the fog, just flow. Principle 5. Be empty, like the bamboo, to be filled by the wind. When was the last time you truly paused not to think, not to plan, not to worry, but just to be? In Buddhist teachings, emptiness isn't lack, it's potential. A bamboo is hollow by design, and because it is empty, it bends in storms but does not break. It's open, receptive, and light, yet incredibly strong. In the same way, your greatest power arises when you make space within. We're taught in modern life to always fulfill our time, our minds, our schedules, our hearts. But fullness without purpose is noise. It becomes clutter, stress, exhaustion. Only when the cup is empty can it be filled. Zen proverb. Story. A young seeker once came to a Zen master full of ideas, expectations, and opinions. As the master poured tea, the cup overflowed. The seeker shouted, "It's full! You're spilling it!" The master replied calmly, "Exactly. Your mind is like this cup too full to receive anything new. Come back when there's space." This is the core of Shunyata Buddhist concept of emptiness. It's not about being void of meaning. It's about being free from clinging. Reflection. What are you so full of that there's no room left to grow? Is it fear? Overthinking? Old beliefs that no longer serve you? Sometimes, it's not that the universe is silent, it's that you're too full to hear it. Practice. In any moment of overwhelm, pause and ask, what can I release right now? Release the need to know, the need to control, the need to impress, even just for a breath. Let go of the need to be always doing. Allow yourself to simply be. Wisdom in stillness. When you are empty like bamboo, the wind can pass through you, meaning inspiration flows, clarity arrives, peace returns. You don't miss your calling, you become ready to receive it. Emptiness is not weakness, it is sacred space. So let go of the stories, the identities, the pressure to hold it all together. Make space. The bamboo bends not because it's weak, but because it's wise. Principle 6. Let stillness be your thunder. In a noisy world, silence is rebellion. In a frantic world, stillness is power. We are conditioned to believe that action equals progress and that noise equals authority. But in Buddhist practice, stillness is not idleness, is mastery. The Buddha did not conquer the world with words. He conquered his own mind beneath a Bodhi tree through stillness. Reflection. When was the last time you allowed yourself to pausano between tasks? Not between messages, but to truly rest in awareness. Modern culture celebrates motion, but constant motion without direction is not growth, it's exhaustion. We scroll, react, reply, race, and wonder why we feel lost. Silence is an empty space. Space is the home of the awakened mind. Buddha, stillness is where clarity lives. Try to stir a muddy river, it only gets murkier. But leave it untouched, and it clears on its own. Your mind is no different. When you stop reacting, clarity rises from the bottom, like truth emerging from the depths. Practice. Before you speak, pause. Before you post, breathe. Before you decide, be still. Just 5 seconds of anchored silence can shift the energy of an entire day. Stillness does not mean doing nothing. It means doing everything from a centered place. Story. A fierce warrior once sought truth from a Zen master. He burst into the temple, demanding answers. The master said nothing. Minutes passed. The silence grew unbearable. Finally, the master spoke. Now that your noise has emptied, you are ready to hear. Thunder isn't always loud. The deepest strength often arrives in the quietest former gaze, a breath, a presence. Stillness becomes thunder when it stops the chaos around it, not by force, but by presence. Mantra. I don't need to shout to be heard. I don't need to move to make progress. My presence is my power. Principle 7. Heal the inner mirror to reflect a brighter world. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as you are. If the mirror within you is clouded by self-doubt, past wounds, or guilt, then even beauty outside looks distorted. Healing begins not by fixing the world, but by clearing the lens through which you view it. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner condition. Want more peace around you? Create more peace within. Want deeper love? Begin with the love you show yourself. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Buddha, self-kindness is not weakness. It's spiritual hygiene. We cleanse our bodies every day. But how often do we cleanse our minds from harsh inner criticism or outdated beliefs that no longer serve us? Practice. Each morning, ask yourself, if I spoke to a friend the way I speak to myself, would they feel safe or would they feel small? If the answer hurts, it's time to change the tone of your inner voice. Story. A woman once asked a monk, "Why do I keep failing, no matter how hard I try?" The monk handed her a cracked mirror and said, "Try to fix your makeup using this." She struggled, frustrated. He smiled. "That's your mind. Until you heal the cracks, everything you build will feel broken even if it's not. Truth. You are not broken. You are carrying beliefs that don't belong to you. From childhood, society, and past painway, inherit narratives. I'm not enough. I don't deserve happiness. I have to earn love. But Buddhism teaches us we can unlearn what causes suffering. We can rewrite the story. Mantra. I am not my wounds. I am the one who heals them. Your healing doesn't just serve you, it lifts the world. Because a healed person sees others with gentler eyes, speaks with more compassion, and no longer bleeds onto those who didn't cut them. You don't have to be fully healed to live beautifully. You only need to begin. Every time you choose self-compassion over shame, you polish the mirror. And as that mirror clears, you don't just see the world differently. The world begins to reflect your light back to you. Principle 8. Think lightly, like a feather on water. We don't drown because we fall into water. We drown because we forget how to float. Your thoughts are not enemies. But when you believe every thought, chase every fear, and grip every what if, you begin to sink. Buddhism reminds us, a light mind is a free mind. Imagine your thoughts like feathers. When they fall gently on water, they float effortless, weightless, calm. But when you add judgment, worry, or obsession, they sink like stones. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not moved by praise or blame. Dhammapada. Overthinking is mental turbulence. You try to fix the future. Rehearse conversations that may never happen. Solve problems that don't exist yet. But the present moment is never the problem. The storm is usually in the mind. Practice. When a fear arises, pause and ask, is this real or is it just loud? Most suffering is caused by thoughts we never questioned. Story. A man once feared crossing a distant bridge. He'd lose sleep imagining its collapse. Years passed. He reached the bridge and found it solid, whole, and beautiful. All his suffering had been for nothing. His thoughts weren't the truth. They were just fog. Let this be your practice of mental lightness. Replace "what if I fail" with "what if I fly." Replace "I can't stop thinking" with "I don't have to follow every thought." Replace "I must control everything" with "I can trust this moment." Lightness is not carelessness. It's grace. It's knowing that you don't need to carry every thought to be safe. You only need to stay present to stay free. So next time your mind begins to spin, pause, breathe. Let the thought come, let it pass. Don't dive in. Watch it float, like a feather on water. Principle 9. Wait for the bloom, like a lotus in the mud. A lotus does not bloom in sunlight. It begins in darkness, rooted deep in the mud, unseen, untouched, slowly rising through still water toward the light. So too does your growth begin not in the perfect, but in the messy. We've been conditioned to panic when we're stuck, to believe stillness means failure, and to rush our becoming. But Buddhist wisdom teaches the opposite. No mud, no lotus. The sacred cannot grow without the silence beneath the surface. You may be in a season where nothing seems to be moving. The job is uncertain. The relationship is unclear. The healing hasn't arrived. And yet, life is working just, not in visible ways. Like bamboo that grows roots for years before breaking ground, or the lotus that gathers quiet strength before blooming. Your delays are not punishments, they are preparations. Practice. When you feel stuck, don't ask, "Why am I not there yet?" Ask, "What is taking root in me right now?" Story. There was once a young monk who complained to his master, "I meditate every day, yet I feel no peace." The master took him to a pond and said, "Stand still and wait." The water was murky. Minutes passed, the ripples calmed. The bottom became visible. The master whispered, "Peace comes not from effort, but from patience. Your bloom will not come from force, it will come from stillness, from trust, from the courage to stay present with your not yet." Every season has its rhythm, every lotus its hour, and your delay may just be divine timing in disguise. Let go of urgency, let go of timelines, let the sacred unfold in sacred time. Because the mud you're in now, it's not your prison, it's your preparation. Principle 10. Let action flow from inner peace, not panic. In a noisy world, we are taught to act first, reflect later. To hustle, to react, to respond before we even know what we feel. But Buddhist wisdom flips this script. True action does not come from chaos. It arises from calm. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. The Buddha. When you act from panic, your energy is scattered. You rush, you guess, you force. But when you act from peace, your decisions carry depth and direction. They don't scream, they land. Practice. Before you make a choice, before you send the message, before you take the next step-pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this reaction or response? Is this fear or clarity? Story. A warrior once approached a Zen master in the middle of a personal crisis. He demanded an answer. What should I do next? The master simply lit a candle and set it between them. Then he blew it out. The room fell silent. The warrior stared, confused. The master spoke. Only when your flame is steady can it light the way for others. The still flame, the calm river, the deep breath before the bowstring is released. This is the posture of power in Buddhism, not frenzy, but presence. When you act from that center, your timing is sharper, your intuition louder, your results more lasting. Try this. Every morning, before your to-do list hijacks your heart, sit for just 60 seconds in stillness. Place your hand over your chest and ask, what energy do I want to carry into this day? Let action arise from that space, not from the notifications, the fears, or the expectations. Because presence is precision. Calm is not the absence of movement, it is mastery in motion. Principle 11. Let life happen like clouds drift across the sky. We spend our lives gripping every thought, every outcome, every emotion, as if holding tighter will keep things from changing. But the sky teaches us otherwise. Clouds don't resist the wind. They don't argue with the weather. They just drift. Whatever has the nature to arise will also pass away. The Buddha, in Buddhism, non-resistance is not giving up. It's waking up. It's realizing that the storms of life aren't permanent, that feelings don't last, that thoughts are visitors, not permanent residents. The problem isn't the thought, it's the attachment. We label it, we grip it, we build a story around it, and in doing so, we suffer. Practice. The next time a painful emotion surfaces, don't judge it. Don't suppress it. Don't fix it. Just notice it like a cloud in your sky. Name it gently. Worry, sadness, anger, and let it pass. Story. A monk was once asked how he dealt with fear. He said, "I greet it at the door, bow to it, and watch it leave." That is the practice. Welcoming life as it is, without needing to grasp or push it away. When you stop fighting the moment, you make space for peace. And in that space, you remember, you are not the clouds. You are the sky. Let life move. Let thoughts shift. Let seasons change. Because calm doesn't come from controlling the weather. It comes from realizing you were never the storm. Live as if you already trust the universe. There's a moment in every spiritual journey when words are no longer enough. You've heard the teachings. You've read the quotes. Now the question is, will you live it? Your work is to discover your world, and then, with all your heart, give yourself to it. The Buddha. This principle is simple, but radical. Act today as if you already believe, truly believe, that the universe is working for you, not against you. Walk into your job interview as if the right outcome is guaranteed. Sit in stillness as if peace is already yours. Let go of that toxic situation as if something better is on its way, even if you can't see it yet. Because trust isn't a feeling, it's a practice. Like a bird leaping from a branch without checking the wind. Like a river flowing, even when the ocean is nowhere in sight. Story. A man once asked a master, "When will I know I'm ready?" The master replied, "When you stop asking and start walking." Living as if you trust means showing up with faith, not fear. It means aligning your energy with the outcome you desire before it arrives. Try this today. Before you make a decision, ask, what would I do if I already trusted that everything is unfolding perfectly? Then do that. Because when your actions flow from deep trust, you stop chasing, you stop controlling, you start receiving. The universe doesn't need your struggle. It needs your alignment. So walk in faith, speak with calm, decide with courage, and live as if the path is already rising to meet your feet. Because it is. Final recap plus closing reflections. Vertical bar, the enlightened mind. Let's return to the essence of what we've uncovered together. Not just ideas to be remembered, but ancient truths to be lived. These 12 Buddhist principles weren't designed to make you work harder. They were meant to make you softer inside, clearer in spirit, and stronger without force. Let's revisit them. Let go like the sky releases the storm. Release what you're gripping. Peace begins where control ends. Observe the mind like a still lake. Don't chase every thought. Be the calm beneath the waves. Align your energy like a compass finds north. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Tune it before you try to manifest. Trust the river even when you can't see the ocean. You don't need to know the destination. Just flow with faith. Be empty like the bamboo, to be filled by the wind. Let go of clutter, roles, expectations. Make space for grace. Let stillness be your thunder. Power doesn't need to shout. It lives in the quiet presence behind the noise. Heal the inner mirror to reflect a brighter world. You won't see peace in the world until you see it in yourself. Think lightly, like a feather on water. Don't carry what was never yours to hold. Simplicity is liberation. Wait for the bloom like a lotus in the mud. Growth is silent, slow, sacred. Trust the unseen progress. Let action flow from inner peace, not panic. Rushing rarely creates clarity. Root yourself before you reach. Let life happen like clouds drift across the sky. Nothing is permanent. Watch it pass. Don't hold what's meant to move. Live as if you already trust the universe. Faith isn't waiting for a sign. It's becoming the sign. Live it now. The message of the enlightened mind. You don't need more effort. You need more alignment. You don't need to control everything. You need to trust deeper. Buddhism doesn't ask you to escape life. It asks you to meet it fully with eyes open, hands unclenched, heart steady. So as you move forward from this video, ask yourself, where am I resisting life? And where can I begin to trust it instead? Let these teachings be more than ideas. Let them be your practice. If this message stirred something in you, subscribe to the Enlightened Mind. Like this video if it gave you clarity. And share it with someone you love who might be holding on too tightly. Because peace isn't something you chase. It's something you remember. And when you let go, everything that's meant for you flows in.